everybody, I'm Tom and you are watching me play Vampyr. In the last episode, we did pretty much nothing. We did some side questing and stuff, but... Probably a bad place to actually go, I don't need to go down there. At the front door's probably better. But we did some side questing and I healed a bunch of people, but as soon as I went over to the next night, just as many people that I healed ended up being sick, so it was ultimately pointless. Having said that, in today's episode, I want to head up here and I want to see if I can find this sort of scavenger hunt, I guess, that my father has sent me on. He was like, hey, I left this thing for you somewhere. So we're going to go look for that. I think I'm now at a level where I don't really have to worry too much about stuff. Can I go into these gardens? I can. So I guess just systematically, I want to come up here, check this. I just, like, work my way around the entirety of the gardens, I guess. And then we can end up here, which is where our thing is. That'll work. Oh, I found it. We're back. I would have sped that part up. But we found Aubrey Reid's second letter. Reid Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. My dear son, this is my second letter for you. If you found this one, it means you'll probably have shown the first part to your sister Mary and to my dear Emmeline. I think it's a good thing you don't keep to yourself what you discover, but I leave that for you to decide. Do you remember our long walks in the park? Your mother taught you your alphabet under these trees. I hid so many wonderful treasures for you and Mary in the park. You were both so clever, so brilliant. I've always known you'd both become a great people. I've always been proud of you. I was never able to conceal my pride when I was asked what you want. Sorry. When I was asked what you wanted to be, he'll be whatever he wants. Your mother was convinced you would be as great an artist, I think. Or a great artist, like, there's something wrong there. Translation error. You always liked to read and write. I still keep your very first poem, like I keep Mary's first drawing. When you chose to follow medical studies, your mother was sagacious? Sagacious? I don't know what that word means. Sagacious enough to cover her trepidations and her worries. Tactful, I guess? Me, I was happy you did not become a dull banker like me. When you told us you wanted to pursue a career in medicine to improve life for all, without consideration of wealth, I knew we, as your parents, had taught you the most important lessons of all, to respect each and every soul for what they are, not what they have. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember which hospital you choose to apply for your first internship. I'm your ever-loving father, Aubrey Reid.
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
So the second step is at Pembroke. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish searching through this place. I'm then going to head back to Pembroke, and I'll probably speed up my search through here. I will then cut to Pembroke, search through Pembroke, then head back here. There'll be, like, cutting between here and Pembroke, I assume. Anyway, back in a sec. Interesting. We're back live. Huh. Quarantine zone. That takes me to a new area, so I'm not gonna go down there yet. Interesting, though. Speed up gun. Oh, cool. I found a new hideout. That's useful, I suppose. These hideouts would be a lot more useful if they allowed you, like, fast travel between them. Pinned letter. Louise, I'm sorry for what happened. Please come back. The city is too dangerous for you to be outside at night. It won't happen again, I swear. If you don't want to speak to me anymore, at least let me know that you are fine.
Maybe there's a way to break into this house.
Interesting. I found myself a side quest, it seems. This is just... Louise... Anyway. Louise's father tried to rescue her. She's a lost person, okay. Weird. It implied to me that... Again, flashing lights. Apologies for that. Weird. It implied to me that she was lost around this area? But I have yet to find her. And I think breaking into that house was just a... let me sec. I'll see if I can... I can't track lost people, I just have to randomly come across them. I guess I'll keep an ear out, see if I can hear her. Anyway, speed up again. Alright, so we're back at the Pembroke Hospital. Now I need to find... somewhere in here. I need to actually find a letter from my father, so... I guess I'll cut until I do that, because you've already seen everything around the Pembroke. Crumpled letter. I'm tired of your shit, Clay. What the fuck did you do? All the bloody docs are gossiping about how my husband has just got that stupid kid. How many times did I tell you to count to 20 before drawing your blade? How can we expect to do proper business with people and have people obey if you keep on killing everyone who dares cross you? Now, rumour says some bloke from the dead's family are looking for you, and one of them even swore to kill you. Don't come home tonight. I've seen strange men patrolling the streets. They may have some commie... Excuse me. There may be some commie militia or something like that sent to arrest you. Go to the safe place for a few days. Maybe go to the hospital on Whitechapel. Make yourself useful for once by checking if any business could be settled over there. When the situation is calmer, I'll send a wet boot boy so that you know to come back. Edwina, interesting. Probably keeping him away so she can run the business, actually. Clay had murdered the brother of the man who tried to kill him. Interesting.
Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad, I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
Do you want it back?
I don't need it here, but if you'd be kind enough to bring it to me, I'd be really grateful.
A grateful Clay Cox? I might just find your knife and bring it back to you to see that happen.
I can give you directions, but I'll be surprised if you manage to find it. My hideout isn't meant to be found easily.
Cool.
A lucky charm. I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
I think he was the one who was essentially cuckolding him at this point. Anyway, I'm going to cut again until we find what we're looking for. And we're back. I found the third letter. My dearest child, this is my last letter to you. I chose to hide it in the Pembroke Hospital. Do you remember how disappointed you were when your applications were rejected? I had never seen you so upset. For days you did not say a word. This was the first time I realized the darkness you had in you, my son. A black stone embedded in your heart, hidden to all, which I sometimes saw in your sister too. I feared for you both, for I perfectly knew what it meant to feel this gloomy mood. The dark side of the Reids, the reason why I must go now, and that I know I'm condemned. I'm sick, my son, the diagnosis is irrevocable, and death will come soon. I refuse to be seen like this by those I love. This is my fault and my decision. You're so far away now. Learning with this Dr. Carroll in Paris, how to infuse blood to save patients. Already thinking about how to improve the method you've helped to create. I'm so proud of you, my son, but you can't save me. I won't be Aubrey Reid, the dying banker surrounded by his friends and family, unable to leave his bed. I won't stand it. I don't accept it, so I left. Just like you left us to become the great surgeon you were destined to be, the great surgeon I never want to see next to me, looking at me knowing I will die soon. Keep on studying, my son, because whoever you're destined to be, and do it for yourself, not for your old father who loves you. I have taken all the necessary measures to protect the family. Protect you, my family, and any dangers to come. I want you to all remember me as I am, not as I'm about to be. I leave, for I love you. My pearls and jewels, I do it. My pearls and jewels. I do it because I have this dark mood in me. I hid from everyone as long as I could. In a few days, I will go where I stood when you left us for France. There, I'll leave a last gift for you. There, I'll vanish, never to come back. Farewell, Johnathan. I wish you to be as happy as I've been in all these years. Kiss my Mary and my Emmeline for me. Take care of them. Farewell, my boy. Believe me ever, my dearest John, your devoted father, Aubrey Reid. It's almost like a suicide note.
My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
The dark heart he was talking about is probably depression, I would imagine. But he seemed to also be sick of something else, because he was talking about that he would die. Southwark, all the way down here, okay. Get there fairly easily. I'll cut and we'll be there. 15 meters away? In here, apparently. There's a safe. Expensive watch. Okay. Seems kind of anticlimactic.
It's locked.
Somewhat anticlimactic. I mean, it's, I guess... The idea is it's supposed to be useful to Johnathan, I guess, but... Okay. Anyway. We're gonna cut again, maybe. Let's have a look. Because we had... Also have a couple of people at the docks we need to cure, so I'm gonna do that while I'm here. I'm gonna do all this off camera, but we also had... Blake Cox's hideout? Is right here. Okay, I can do that on my way back. I'm going to clear off a bunch of stuff, but it's going to be like really cutty at this point. I'm going to cut to one thing, then cut to the next thing, and cut to the next thing.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Johnathan Reid.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness, I often forget I'm just an old prune.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby. Just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do.
Go back, by the way.
I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Interesting. Probably accurate. First, you need to check up.
Medical attention, sir.
Unfortunately, yes. The spirit is willing, but the flesh... well,
This is the guy we rescued, by the way. This is the first time seeing him since I rescued him.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
It's kind of brilliantly cynical.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reid. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout if you catch my meaning.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named, an old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though, despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Old Bridget, presumably. Interesting.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Interesting.
Do you have any recent news on Sean Hampton's shelter?
The man is still here. He's trying to help others despite the terrible things he endured. I'm impressed.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
I never thought I'd live to see the last days of London. Just another thing I was wrong about, I suppose.
Goodbye, sir.
Alright, so I did that whole conversation. We'll cut again. Also healed him, which is nice. Alright, so we're back. And apparently... over here, it's Clay Cox's secret hideout. A long and beautiful knife with a name engraved in the blade. Cool.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
I'll cut and I'll be back at him.
Bastard! God walks with me!
Alright, we're back. Hey Clay, where are you? There you are.
Hey, Doc.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Interesting.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Well, he got his knife back. Alright, so... what else do I want to do? That is just ongoing. That ongoing. That's ongoing. So at this point, I kind of just want to head back, but... while I'm here, I'm going to go to Whitechapel and cure everyone up there. I'll do that all off camera, and I'll be back to end the video, and we'll be in West End. Alright, and we're back. So I'm back in my house. I've cured everybody that needs curing. I want to talk to my mother, because I now have my father's watch.
Jonathan, back already? Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Goddamn.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
It's really interesting, because I can't tell whether she knows I'm a vampire or not.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. Somewhere between the boat and the house, my life changed completely.
You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Interesting.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
So that's going to be it for that episode. Next episode, we're going to continue the story. We actually knocked out all of the side quests that I had pending, besides the ones that are like collectathons, essentially. You can see here, just collect more of these. That's kind of random, because I don't know where they are. This here, find a restaurant. I have no idea what to do with that one. Here, we've got get Braille. Again, I don't know where to find these, so... we got Clay Cox's knife. We also did another one here, I'm pretty sure, for something or other. We found our dad's stuff. In any case, we did a bunch of side questing. In any case, that's going to be it for this episode. So if you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. It's my mother's room. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys.